How you guys doing today? What's going on? Woo, how are you? Welcome back to another live stream, baby. Let's go. You already know. Let's go. Woo! We're back. We're back, and I am back, and I'm late. I'm sorry for being late, guys. Seriously, I apologize. I lost track of time. And I just took a shower, and before that, I took a nap. Yep, that's that. I was doing my Christmas tree. I was decorating my bedroom Christmas tree, so I'm gonna finish that tomorrow. You know, anybody got a Christmas tree? No one. I never received any photos of your guys' trees. So, where's your Christmas tree, huh? Where is it? God damn it! Ah. I'm full. I gotta stop eating snacks. I'm a snack fiend. I'm always eating snacks. How do I stop eating snacks? My stomach is fucking huge. My stomach is fat. God, man. I gotta stop eating snacks. I'm sick and tired of it, bro. I'm sick and tired of it. I emailed you a Santa pic and video. I don't want to see no fucking Santa pic. And a video? What are you talking about? A Santa pic and a video. Get out of here. Cakes Boo, what's up? How you doing, Cakes Boo? A Santa pic. I emailed you a Santa pic and a video. What the fuck is that? Now I'm curious. I have to look. Now I'm so curious I have to go. Oh, I got a couple of videos here, emails. All right. I see a couple of videos I got here. All right. Peter, who are you? Who's Peter? Which one of you is Peter in the chat? Who's Peter here? Maltese Falcon, how you doing? Cakes Boo, how you doing? Angel Eyes, what's up? Brian P, what's going on? Sean B, what's up, bro? Ray, what's up? Home JB, what's going on? I want it. Wild Dog, what up, Wild Doggy? Ruby for Justice, how you doing? Come on. Santa Claus climbing it down. Oh, Peter, that's you. Now I know who Peter is. Open with viewer documents. What? Oh, Lord. Here you go, guys. Santa Claus came to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. I know who that is. Cat Reynolds, is that you dressed as Henny? Is that you dressed as Santa, Cat? That's pretty cool. I like that. That happened today at the hospital? Yo, Cakes Boo. Did that actually happen at the hospital today? Not Cakes Boo. Yo. Yo, Cakes Boo. I just called. I just called Cat Randall Cakes Boo. So whatever I did. You didn't do anything. I made a mistake. Fucking names. I don't know how. Oh my God, Karen Restivo, how you doing, Karen? Oh, I had the window over the helipad. I had the window over the helipad. What? I had the window over the helipad. All right, your window. All right, so the bedroom. That's your bedroom. That's from. You get that close from your bedroom in the hospital. That's very close. What was going on in the hospital today? What was going on in the hospital today? Cat Randall. Why you like being mistaken for me, Catty? All right. Anyway, he ain't gonna respond. Thank you for the picture, Cat Randall. Very nice. I appreciate the video, the TV, the picture. Sorry. All right, what else we got here? What else do we have here? What else we got here? Michael unlock monetization Facebook. That's watch Santa December. You got a video? All right. All right, I'll watch your video. Here, Cat Randall made a video on YouTube of the ambulance, the heli ambulance thing. The heli ambulance. Let's go. Let's watch it. Cat Randall, can you hold your camera firm and not move it around so much? Holy shit.
Man. Oh man. Please. Is that Santa? Don't tell me it's gonna be Santa.
Santa came to see you?
You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's Santa. Oh my God.
That's funny.
Oh my God. I'm in the room that gets to see Santa.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. It's a nice helicopter.
There he is. Ho, ho, ho.
You should have been waving at him, bro. You should have been. Why aren't you waving at him? You should have been knocking
Santa Claus is coming to town.
knock on your glass and wave at him, bro.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Why didn't you wave at him? Cat Randall, why didn't you wave at him? I laugh.
So I'm stuck to the chair. So I can't go any further than this.
All right, cool video, Cat Randall. Cool video, Cat Randall.
Santa arrived at the hospital. Santa's sleigh.
Good job, bro. Good job, man. I like that. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool.
I gotta say, this is awful. That Diddy owes his life to Mark Agnifilo. Literally his life, because...
Oh, God. Oh, my God. All right, thank you very much, Cat Randall. Run that shit. Let's go. You already know. A video from Cat Randall. And a pic.
Bruh.
Let's go, Cat Randall. Anybody else have any pictures of them in Christmas time? No? All right. Then fuck it. Let's move on. Moving right along then. Moving right along from yesterday. What did I do? Where was I yesterday? Quicksand trap second anchor and famous and so forth. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow.
A man rescued after he found himself trapped in quicksand while he was hiking solo at Arches National.
I'll watch that later. All right, Scooby-Doo, where are you? You got some work to do now. Porn star Bonnie Blue arrested in ballet on shocking charges. Uh-oh. All right, we got some things here there. Teen football players and PRS says both were. All right, then we got this guy, Brian Walshe, running shots for killing.
May.
That's from today.
Is that the Norwell story?
We'll watch it later. All right, let's go. Let's go. Back to the trial, guys. Live earthquake. Is there an earthquake happening right now, or was that earlier today? Is there another earthquake? Hold on. Hold up. I'm looking for the video. I'm looking for page. Where was it? We were yesterday. We were at we were on day 6, right? Day 6 yesterday.
When did you first learn that on a...
All right, here we go. All right. All right, here we go, guys. Enjoy the trial.
Normal, happy, social.
like at this event?
Normal, happy, social.
Dr. Eve, how you doing, Dr. Eve? Good to see you. Doc Bones, what's up? How you doing, man? Who else did I say hi to? I think I said hi to everybody so far. Thank you for being here, guys. We're continuing the trial of Brian Walshe, the guy who killed his wife of his 3 daughters in cold blood. Cold blood.
And did you see any injuries on Ms. Walshe when you were with her that night or that day at the women's event?
No.
Now, when did you first learn that Anna Walshe was missing?
January 4th.
And how were you alerted that Ms. Walshe was missing?
A coworker came over to let me know that her husband had called the crossing team looking for her.
So with this information, what did you do to try and with this information, what did you decide to do?
I said, I'll reach out to him. Do you have a phone number?
Okay. And what was the name of the person you tried to reach out to?
Brian Walsh.
Now, where did you go to try and reach out to him? Did you call him from your office?
I called him from my cell phone.
Okay. Did anyone go? Did you have anyone with you when you called him?
Yes.
Who was with you when you called him?
The first time I called, Jeff Chod was with me.
Who is Jeff Chod?
At the time, he was the head of our Washington, D.C. office.
And you said you called from your cell phone. About what time did you call Mr. Walsh that morning, January 4th?
Between 10 and 11?
Okay. And did you connect with him?
Yes.
All right. Now I want to ask you about that conversation. What did he tell you in that conversation about Anna Walsh being missing?
So I called, I introduced myself, I let him know who I was. And I just said how, I understand you're looking for Anna, like how can we help?
Okay. And what did he tell you?
He said, so I talked to him multiple times that day.
Certainly.
So I believe in our first conversation, he stated he hasn't seen Anna since the 1st or New Year's Day. And he was looking for her and wanted to see if any of us had heard from her. And he specifically said, we have only gone 24 hours or more without seeing each other once. And the last time she was, I'm paraphrasing, but annoyed with me for, looking for her too soon,
Okay.
essentially.
Now, he said he was looking for it. Did he say why he was looking for her in Washington?
Yes. He had said that there was a building emergency that she was called back for.
Were there any building emergencies in Washington, D.C. for the properties that Anna was managing at this point in time in January of 2023?
January of 2020, that date?
Well, between January 1st and January 4th of 2023.
I can confirm on January 1st, there was not.
Okay.
I'm not sure about
All right.
second, third, fourth.
So, but there was nothing, there were no emergencies on January 1st.
Correct.
Okay. Now, you're having this conversation with him. Do you offer to do anything during this conversation to help?
Yes.
What did you offer?
I had stated, Anna had shared with me where she lives, and it's not too far from my home. I'm happy to go by and just check to make sure she hasn't fallen.
Now, what was his demeanor like during this first conversation?
He was polite and calm and nice.
And how long was the conversation?
A few minutes.
And after the conversation was over and you had made this offer, what did you do?
A coworker, the one who originally told me about the phone call from the crossing team, offered to drive up with me to the house. And so we did that.
During the conversation with Mr. Walsh, this first one, did you ask him anything about Anna's mental health?
I did.
And what did you ask?
I asked if she had any mental health issues.
And what did he say?
He said, no, we just had a lovely holiday, New Year's with friends.
So I take it at this point in time, you and the coworker went to Anna's home.
Correct.
And about what time do you think you got to Anna's home?
Between 10:30 and 11:30?
Okay. And again, it's your memory that's controlling. So
Juicy J, thank you very much for your 40-month membership. I appreciate that, Juicy J. You already know. Run that shit, girl. Yeah, baby. Baby. Thank you. Thank you very much. You already know. Thank you very much. Run that shit, girl. make sure my thing's in. What do you say here? Bitch. Love you, Rich. Love you all so much. Thank you. Love you back.
So now,
Love you back.
when you got to Ms. Walsh's home, what did it look like from the outside? What observations did you make?
Sure. It's a townhome.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so
Thank you. I appreciate that. Your love and support, Juicy J. I appreciate it. Thank you.
there were steps up to the front entrance. And so if you walk up the steps and you look on the left-hand side, there was an espresso box that was out, and it was wet.
Okay. So there was a wet Nespresso box, and had it rained recently? Or what's this?
Yeah,
What
so-
would have affected? What was the issue of the wet Nespresso box?
On Monday and Tuesday, it had rained, but on Wednesday, it had not. So that led me to believe Anna had not been out of her home
Okay. So
day or before.
And I'm sorry I interrupted you. So you see this. Do you have any further conversations with Mr. Walsh at this point in time?
Yes. So I notified him about the box. I saw a Google camera, like a doorbell camera or just a camera. And I asked him if he had access to it to check the records.
Did he have any access to it?
He said Anna is the tech one in the family. He does not handle that stuff.
And did you ask him about how to try and get inside the house?
So I remember I believe I turned the doorknob and I told him it was locked. And I looked in the window because there's a glass panel,
Yes.
and just to see if it looked like anything was broken into, and it didn't. The house was pretty immaculate.
Okay.
And so I walked down the steps and there was a garage there, and he said, I have the garage code if you can check.
So were you able to get into the garage with the code?
Yes.
What did the garage look like?
The garage was pretty clean as well. There were a few boxes and a painting.
And was there a car in there at this point?
No.
Besides the boxes, did you see anything as far as seats or anything like that?
Yeah, so I saw either a car seat or a stroller. I don't remember right now.
And now, inside the garage, besides these objects, did you see anything out of order, anything broken or anything like that?
No.
And was there anybody in the garage when you got there?
Was there anyone in the garage?
Yeah, is there any
No.
person in the garage? Were you-
No.
And now we're going to compete with the heat. So I'm going to ask you can keep your voice up. All right.
Yeah.
So were you able to get inside the house?
No.
Okay. Why couldn't you get inside the house from the garage?
I just turned the doorknob to see if that was unlocked, and it was in fact locked.
So now you can't get inside the house. Do you have any further conversations with Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, how are you calling him?
My cell phone.
Okay. And so now I want to ask you about the third conversation.
Okay.
When did this occur?
Either at my home, I believe was the third conversation.
Okay. And so what happened at this? So what happened between not getting into the house to the third conversation?
So on my way up to the house, I had spoken with our global head of security,
Yes. Who's that?
Hugh Dunleavy.
Okay.
He,
I'm going
Bring-
to ask you not to tell us what you and Mr. Dunleavy talked about,
okay,
but that you had a conversation with Mr. Dunleavy.
correct.
Okay. After the conversation with Mr. Dunleavy, what did you do?
I conferenced him into our call with Brian.
Okay. So now I want to ask you about that call. So did you conferenced Mr. Dunleavy into a call with Brian?
Correct.
So you'd already called Brian before getting Mr. Dunleavy on the call?
Yeah, I believe that was the second call, though.
Okay, the second call. So let me ask you about that second call, because I might have jumped ahead. with this conversation with Mr. Walsh, what was his demeanor like in the second conversation
So when Hugh joined,
prior to Mr. Dunleavy joining?
oh, he was polite and calm and nice.
And what did you tell Mr. Walsh about bringing Mr. Dunleavy into this conversation?
I had said, Hugh is ex-Secret Service, and you'll be in great hands.
And what was his demeanor like at that point in time in the conversation?
He sounded like he was crying and said he needed a minute, and, very abruptly returned and said, okay.
And so at this point, after that moment, what did you do as far as trying to conference in Mr. Dunleavy?
He was on the phone.
Okay. And so when Mr. Walsh was upset, was Mr. Dunleavy already on the call, or was it before he was on the call?
It was when he was on the call.
Okay. So that's when Mr. Walsh became upset, just so I have the timeline right?
Correct.
Okay. And what happened after Mr. Walsh composed himself in the conversation?
I believe Hugh and I started to ask him a series of questions.
Okay. Did you ask him anything about Anna's car?
Yes.
What did he tell you about Anna's car?
We asked the make and the model and the color. He told us it was a gray Volkswagen Taos. We asked about the license plate. He did not know the license plate number. We asked if she had an easy pass. I don't recall
Okay.
what he said.
Did you ask him anything about the house itself?
I did. We asked him if he was on the deed or the mortgage, and if we call the police, if he would be able to grant permission to let someone in. And I believe he said he didn't know if he was on he did not know if he was on the deed, but believed Anna was on the mortgage, I think.
Okay. And so did you ask him anything about how Anna traveled to DC?
I did.
What did he say?
So I had asked him myself without Hugh on our first conversation.
Yes.
When he told me that she had to leave for an emergency, and he told him she was flying to DC. And I had said on American, and he said American or JetBlue, I'm not sure which one.
During this conversation with you, Mr. Dunleavy and Mr. Walsh, what did you ask him about calling hospitals?
So back to the second conversation, Hugh and I again asked him how Anna typically came to DC.
Yes.
And at that point, he said he didn't know if she drove, train, car, flew. And I believe he said he thought she flew. Then, proceeding to ask questions, we asked if he has called any hospitals, and I let him know that I had asked someone in our DC office to call the local hospitals in DC, and she had called Sibley, Suburban, and GW, George Washington, and Anna was not there, and recommended he do the same in Boston.
And what did Mr. Dunleavy say to him? What was the conversation of calling the police?
Towards the end of the conversation, when we were going through what, friends he may have reached out to, suggesting to call hospitals, Hugh had stated to hang up and call the police immediately.
And now, when was the next conversation with Mr. Walsh? Was this at your home?
Correct.
Okay. So this conversation with Mr. Dunleavy, this is part of conversation 2.
Correct.
Okay. So where did conversation 3 take place for you?
My dining room table?
Why did you go to your dining room table from the Walsh residence?
Sure. So after we hung up, I actually went to Starbucks first and called Hugh to say, should I?
No, I'm not going to ask you what you said with Mr. Dunleavy. I apologize.
Right.
But what I want to ask is more or less like your movements and where you went. So you went to Starbucks and you had a conversation with Mr. Dunleavy.
Correct.
Okay. Now, after having your conversation with Mr. Dunleavy, where did you go next?
My home.
Okay. Did anyone go with you to your home?
My coworker that drove me.
Okay. So then you're at your home. When is it, how long are you at home before you have your third conversation with Mr. Walsh?
So it was close to 1 p.m.
Okay. And what was the subject of this conversation? Can you tell us about it?
Yes. I can't recall. I know I spoke 4 times to him. I can't recall 3 or 4 if I called him or he called me, or if Hugh had asked me to call him.
Did he mention anything about filing a police report?
Yes.
What did he say?
So Brian called me to let me know that he had just hung up with the police and they were filing a police report.
And did he say anything about calling Anna's friends or acquaintances?
Yes.
What did he say?
He mentioned he called someone named Alyssa and someone named Amdullah or Abdullah.
Okay. What was his demeanor like in this phone call?
Polite, calm, the same.
The same. What did he mention about private investigators?
At the end of the conversation, he had said his mother wanted to hire a private investigator.
Overruled.
Okay. And then, now, did you have a fourth phone call with him?
I did.
And about what time do you think the fourth phone call was?
I don't recall.
That's okay. And do you have any memory of the fourth phone call?
Yes.
Okay. What's your memory of the fourth phone call?
Give me a second.
It's okay.
At some point, I know was to text him Hugh's phone number.
Okay.
I know we were talking about the hospitals, friends, private investigator. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if the private investigator was on the fourth call or the third, so we might have blended, yeah.
Understandable. It's been 3 years. Now, ma'am, in addition to having phone calls, did you have any other ways of communicating with the person you thought to be Brian Walsh that day?
There were text messages.
There were text messages. Your Honor, may I approach with Exhibit 163?
You may.
Ma'am, can you take a look at Exhibit 163? It's 2-page. It's front and back.
Okay.
Jenny ham sandwich, how you doing, Jenny? Polka Dot Susan, hi.
No.
Do those appear to be your text messages between you and the number that you thought to be Brian Walsh's?
Yes.
If you could just say that into the microphone.
Yes.
So, when you were texting him, and he was texting you, There was a reference to, in the last text, are there Tishman Spire personnel at the Mazda building? Thanks. Did you respond to that text?
I did not.
So that was the last communication you had with Mr. Walsh.
Correct.
Now, were there any further phone calls after that?
After the January 5th text message? No.
Yeah, okay, exactly. So there's no further communication with Mr. Walsh after the January 5th text message.
Correct.
Had you ever talked to Anna Walsh about having the children in DC, her children in DC?
Yes.
What did she tell you about having her children in DC?
We talked a few times about it. I'd say the first time was when she was, taking the offer and moving. We
Yes.
would talk about different areas and schools. And she had said that she would probably bring them down. I think the first time was in the summer, which made sense when they get out of school.
And was there a subsequent conversation about the children coming down after the summer?
Yeah, so I believe in the summer or at an event, we had chatted, and she had mentioned to me that they'd be coming down in September.
And were there any further conversations after September about the children moving down to DC?
No.
Okay. Now, after seeing Anna Walsh at the women's event for Tishman Spire in December, have you seen Anna Walsh since?
No.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
Cross-exam?
No, not important. What's his name? No, not
Morning.
important.
Morning.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically what you do, Fishman Spire is in human resources.
Yes.
And what was the title that you told the jury?
Managing director.
Could I ask you to speak up a little?
Managing director.
Attorney Tipton, can I ask you to speak up?
You certainly, I'm going to move back here.
I apologize, Judge. And as part of your role as the Managing Director of Human Resources, you are responsible for, or your office is, for keeping track of sick days and things like that of your employees.
We have systems that we use to keep track of days for our employees.
And one of the items of information that you provided to investigators in this case was Anna Walsh's information regarding 6 days she had taken, correct?
A document I provided, is that what
Yes.
you're asking?
Yes.
Yes.
And that document only goes up to December 7th, doesn't it? It doesn't extend into the full month of December, does it?
I don't recall.
And do you recall that those, that Anna Walsh took sick days beginning sometime in December 1st, and her reason for it was attending to her mother's surgery? Do you remember that?
I do not recall if they were sick days or vacation days.
Okay. In any event, did she ever inform you that she was going to go to Dublin?
No.
And so, as far as you know, in all the records you have regarding Anna Walsh, there's nothing to indicate that she ever went to Dublin, as
No.
far as you sit here today.
No?
Okay. And you mentioned the crossing a few times in your testimony. Can you just tell the jury once again, what is the crossing when you refer to that?
The Crossing is a residential apartment building that we own in Washington, D.C.
And how many units does it have? Approximately.
800?
Okay. And is it fair to say that the crossing is considered to be pretty much kind of a high-end residence in the DC area?
It's your standard modern apartment building with amenities and a pool. rooftop pool. If that is high end, yes.
Okay, all right. And it's fair to say that you, if I heard you right, that were your offices at the crossing?
No,
But you mentioned that you were at the crossing at various times.
I did not mention that I was at the crossing various
Okay.
times.
Then I misunderstood you.
I have been to the crossing, yes.
Okay, and as part of your role as human resource and the managing director, you would be aware of the fact that if there were in fact problems at various buildings, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Are you aware, if I may, Jerry? When it comes to human resources, is it fair to say that if there's a problem with an employee's performance, human resources would hear about it and deal with it?
Correct.
And if, for instance, the tenants of a particular property that was managed by Tishman Speyer were complaining about something at the properties, and they were complaining about some of the management that was occurring at the properties, you'd hear about it, and you would be involved in trying to deal with whatever problem was being reported.
Human resources team would be involved. Me specifically, not a guarantee.
Okay, I appreciate that answer. You're aware of the fact that on or around October of 2022, there was a Legionnaire health issue that was raised by the Department of Health for the District of Columbia at the crossing.
I had heard that there was an issue with Legionnaires.
Okay, and in fact, eventually at the crossing, on or around October, November, and leading into December of 2022, the Department of Health of DC required that notices be placed at the crossing informing the tenants that there had been 2 cases of Legionnaire's disease associated with the crossing.
What's the question?
You're aware of that, aren't you?
I am not.
Okay. Are you aware of the fact that Anna Walshe was dealing with the Department of Health of DC, dealing with this Legionnaire's issue that had been detected at the crossing?
I am aware that as part of Anna's role, she would interact if this were an issue. I do not specifically know if she emailed, if she spoke to someone, if others were involved. Yes.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
I'm just going to show you what's been marked for IDK.
Okay.
And do not read it, but I'm just asking for you to look at it and tell us if you've ever seen that before.
So you don't want me to read it out loud, but I can read it to myself.
Yes.
Okay.
For you to yourself, but do not read it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. You think she feels cold, Case Boo? The witness?
Is there something you want me to look for?
I'm going to ask you if you've had time to review it.
I mean,
And I'm going to ask you details.
Oh my God. What the hell? Is there something? What? So weird.
I'm just going to ask you one simple question.
sure.
Have you ever seen that letter?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. You could have, but you might not remember it.
Correct? Yeah.
And then are you aware that that is posted on, yes or no, posted on the Tishman Speyer website?
No.
Are you aware of the fact, and I'm just going to approach Judge Victor. Are you aware of any tenant association meetings where they complained about the performance of Anna Walsh in conjunction with the information in that letter?
I am aware that there were tenant association meetings. I am not aware that they complained specifically about Anna.
Okay. You are aware, though, if I understanding your answer, that the tenants were complaining. You're just not sure if they were complaining about Anna Walsh.
There were quite a few complaints
Okay.
from the tenants for a variety of issues.
Okay. Dealing with the management of the crossing location.
Various things that happened at Crossing.
And does that include? Does that include an issue that arose around the middle part of 2022, where the FBI became involved in the arrest of 2 residents living at the crossing?
What is the question?
I'll see counsel at the side of the bench.
All right, let's fast forward. I'm gonna raise the speed of the video. I forgot to do that. So raise the speed of the video 1.25 and put subtitles on.
Spire.
But she was.
So just yes or no, if you can. Are you aware of the FBI becoming involved in some arrest? So just.
All right. Do you know when they're gonna let you out, Cat? No. You're still in the hospital, Cat? I thought you get out today.
So just yes or no, if you can. Are you aware of the FBI becoming involved, and without going into details about it, the FBI being involved in some arrest of 2 individuals who lived at the crossing?
Yes.
Okay. And once again, that occurred when Anna Walsh was assigned to manage the crossing.
It occurred in April. I do not remember if Anna was physically there when it happened or if she came within a week or 2 of that, but she was working on that situation with us. Okay. Yes.
Now, there are certain benefits, employee benefits, that Tishman Spire provides to its employees, correct?
Correct.
And we already know that you provided life insurance at 2 times their base salary, correct?
Correct.
And the beneficiary on this particular policy involved Mr. Walsh and the 3 boys, correct?
Correct.
Now, there's other benefits that accrue to the employees, like Anna Walsh, and it's health benefits, correct? Health insurance?
Correct.
And in fact, isn't it true that Tishman Spire also offers to some of its employees a discounted rental rate at some of your properties if they choose to live there? They get a little bit of a discount.
Not 100% accurate.
Okay, tell us what, you explain it.
They're at the crossing, and perhaps, actually, I don't know all of the city's rules. At the crossing, yes, there was a discount provided to 2 employees, I believe.
Okay, so a discount provided if they chose to reside at the crossing.
Correct.
Okay, and there's also, with regards to benefits, and in your capacity as the managing director of human resource, that in fact you have to kind of set forth what you want as benefits for the next year, so to speak, and that usually occurs around November of the preceding year. Is that fair to say?
Open enrollment?
Open enrollment.
Yes.
Okay, and your policies state that if there is a qualifying change in status, then some of the things like the benefits that your employees receive, like life insurance or anything, something like that, that they can then change some of their benefits. For instance, they could change their beneficiary, they could change their health insurance, who gets health insurance, correct? They can change it.
You're referring to during open enrollment?
I'm actually, yes, well, let's start with that. In open enrollment, yes, I'm asking you that.
Okay. During open enrollment, you can make changes to your medical, dental, vision plan. Life insurance and long-term disability are typically, long-term disability is a one-time deal, typically, when you are hired. There are occasions on certain years where we may work with the carriers to allow employees to have another open enrollment opportunity. I do not recall if that happened in Anna's tenure with us. Life insurance is given to everyone upon hire. There is an opportunity to purchase supplemental life insurance. That is typically upon hire. And then there are some, similarly, we may do an open enrollment for it. And depending on your election amount, it may be automatic, or you may be required to do additional questionnaire. And then there are other benefits such as transit or different things along those lines as well.
Okay, now, aside from open enrollment, in that particular area, if someone needs to change something later on, they could only change it if there was a qualifying change in status event, correct?
Qualifying life event,
Okay, and one of those events includes divorce.
correct.
And it's fair to say that Anna Walsh never brought up, raised, discussed with Human Resources anything about what would happen if she got a divorce or anything of the sort.
Correct.
Sustained as to form.
To the best of your knowledge, Anna Walsh never came to Human Resources and discussed anything with regards to a divorce and her benefits that she received from Spire. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sustained.
It's fair to say that Anna Walsh worked long hours.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
At times, we're not hourly, not everybody is hourly employees. Anna was not an hourly employee. At times, she could stay late or come early.
All right, and she would just be required to manage those properties, and sometimes she had to work long hours, I suppose, to manage those properties and deal with the problems with the properties.
She had a team on site to support. But there are occasions where I'm sure she stayed late or came early.
Was the first time you ever had a conversation that you recall with Mr. Brian Walsh, was that on January 4th?
Yes,
You had never talked to him before?
correct.
And to the best of your knowledge, Brian Walsh had never called Human Resources and asked about what benefits he had or to ask to change the benefits that Anna Walsh had, did he?
Correct.
You mentioned the name of Jeff Chod. I probably said that last name wrong.
Chad,
Okay. What is his role at Tishman Speyer?
he is no longer with the company.
What was his role in 2022?
He was the head of our Washington, D.C. region.
And did he, in fact, work with or supervise Anna Walsh?
Yes,
And would he be somebody that somebody might contact if they wanted to get in touch with Anna Walsh?
not necessarily.
But that would be somebody that worked with her and supervised her, correct?
Yes,
And to the best of your knowledge, do you know if Brian Walsh ever reached out and tried to contact Jeff Chod?
I do not know.
To the best of your knowledge,
God bless you, Beyond. Do a poll, guilty or not guilty?
let me ask it a different way.
That's an easy one. All right.
Was Human Resources and your team, were they also involved in assessing some employees' performance so they would be entitled to receive a bonus based on their performance?
You're asking if the HR team determines bonuses.
Well, let's ask it that way then. You can answer that yes or no. If you
HR
can.
team is part of the process.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fair. And it's a better way of putting it. So let me ask you this. So Human Resources it would be a process to evaluate someone's performance to make a determination of whether they got a bonus during a year.
Yes, there's a formal process.
And so complaints about poor performance would have a negative impact or a possible negative impact on someone receiving a bonus.
It could.
It could. And it depends on what the complaint was and what everybody on this team considered and discussed, correct?
Everybody on the HR team
Yes. And
considered and discussed. It's a very broad statement. So are we focused on Anna or just our company?
your company policy in general. I'm not focused on that right now.
Okay. Then what was the question again?
That there's a team put together at Tishman Speyer, and part of their role is to evaluate whether someone's performance warrants them getting a bonus in salary for a particular pay period.
There are multiple people involved. Yes.
And so they evaluate the performance.
Compensation.
Okay. And Anna Walsh, being an employee, would also have her performance evaluated to determine if she would receive a bonus.
Yes.
Can I just have a second?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Any redirect?
Brief, Your Honor. And the Friday after Thanksgiving, is that a holiday for Tishman Speyer?
It is a floating holiday, which means typically the corporate office is closed and those employees are not required to work. But there are people in property management and some hourly roles that may be required pending the building leases, essentially.
Could Anna observe that as a floating holiday?
Say that again?
Could Anna Walsh observe the Friday after Thanksgiving as a floating holiday?
She could, yeah.
Do you know if Anna Walsh received bonuses as a result of her compensation at Tishman Speyer?
She did.
And what type of employee was Anna Walsh?
She received, she was a good employee. She was on time or early.
Okay.
She,
And these various complaints from the crossing, did that have any impact on Anna's compensation?
from the tenants of the crossing?
Yes.
No.
What about the FBI raid that occurred within weeks of her starting? Did that have any effects on her? Or her perception as a good employee at Tishman Speyer?
Anna had nothing to do with that FBI raid.
Nothing further on.
Any recross? The witness may step down. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am. I got that poll up there. You guys see the poll?
Commonwealth may call its next.
The poll is, in your opinion, do you think that Brian Walsh is guilty or not guilty in the murder of his wife, Anna? Vote as you feel necessary.
Oh, 103. Head out for your morning break. Be back in 20 to 30 minutes.
All rise and the court leaves.
Here's close your notebooks. Don't make. So I just have fun, sir.
Yes, you can. You may proceed. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
If this guy's boring, I'm passing him. I'm telling you right now.
Good morning.
Morning.
I don't want to fall asleep.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name?
Guilty, Dr. Eves. All right.
Sure. Hugh, middle initial G, Dunleavy, D-U-N-L-E-A-V-Y.
I think guilty too, Danny.
And where were you working in January of 2023?
Tishman Speyer.
And what was your title at Tishman Speyer?
I'm the chief security officer at
Not
Tishman Speyer.
guilty.
And
How can, who is saying not guilty? Really? Someone voting not guilty? Wow.
what is your current title?
Chief security officer.
And what are your responsibilities?
Physical security for the most part. I do a bit of executive protection, crisis management, so forth.
And what have your previous work experience been to obtain the position that you have at Tishman Speyer?
Prior to working at Tishman Speyer, I was a Secret Service agent
And how long were you a Secret Service agent?
from until 2014, 1993 until 2014.
And does Tishman Speyer have real estate holdings in D.C., and did they in January of 2023?
It does.
And in your work for Tishman Speyer, did you know Anna Walsh?
I did.
How did you know her?
She was a coworker assigned to our DC region.
And where did you sit in relation to Anna Walsh?
It's an open workspace in our DC regional office. Our workstations were probably 10 feet apart from each other.
And what were Anna's specific work projects?
I was responsible for our residential properties, specifically in DC.
And were there any specific properties that she was responsible for that you were aware of?
DC Crossing was the major one. In Southeast DC, there was another property under construction called Mazza Galleria, again, under construction.
Don't fall asleep,
And in your
Danny. Don't
capacity
fall
as Chief
asleep.
Security Officer, would you be apprised of security concerns
Everybody
for your
vote.
buildings
Everybody
and
vote.
employees?
I would.
We got 17
And in your
votes.
capacity as the Chief
Everybody vote.
of Security for Tishman Speyer, are you responsible for employee safety and security?
I am.
would you be aware of threats on employees?
I would, yes.
And were you aware of any specific threats against Anna Walshe when she worked for you?
No.
What happened when you came to work on January 4th of 2023 in regard to Anna Walshe?
Around mid-morning, late morning, started hearing rumblings of, hey, does anybody know where Anna is? We can't find Anna. Sort of looking for Anna Walshe.
And as a result of not hearing or seeing Anna Walshe, what did you do?
Sent Anna a quick health and welfare text message about 10:57 in the morning.
And how did you do that?
Just a text from my phone to hers.
And was that text received?
I couldn't tell if it was received. It normally says delivered or read. In this instance, it did not.
And as you were reaching out via text, were you aware of other people in your company doing things in relation to looking for Anna Walshe?
I was, yes.
And on that same day, at that same time, did you have an opportunity to speak with Brian Walshe?
I did.
And how did that conversation occur?
I have a coworker. Her name is Ms. Teresa Marchese. She works as an executive in our Human Resources Division. Ms. Marchese had been in contact with Mr. Walshe, and she conferenced me in on a call she had with Mr. Walshe.
Do you know what time that call was?
Sometime after 10:57, after the text, late morning.
And so once you were on the phone, that conference call, what was initially said about you?
Just introductions. It was mostly Teresa introducing me to Mr. Walshe as Anna's husband, and Teresa introduced me to Mr. Walshe as the chief security officer. I believe she said either former law enforcement or former Secret Service.
And what was Anna Walsh's husband's demeanor initially?
Initially, very cordial. Hello, how can I help you? Very calm.
And at some point, did that stay the same or change or something else?
It did. Very quickly, when I started asking about Anna, his demeanor changed. He got very emotional, unintelligible, to the point where I had to ask him to calm down so I could just understand what he was saying.
And was he able to do that?
He was, yes.
And how long do you think he was unintelligible for?
It was quick, 20 to 30 seconds at most. He was quickly able to reestablish his composure and regain the conversation.
And could you please tell me what Mr. Walshe told you during that phone call? How did that phone call go?
It was, again, very cordial. His demeanor was good. He regained his composure. And when I started asking, hey, when was the last time you saw Anna? What was her location? Words to that effect.
And what did he tell you about the last time he saw Anna?
He indicated he had seen Anna sometime either late on the 31st or early on the 1st of January.
And why did he say she had left?
He indicated that there was a work emergency and that she had left the house en route back to our DC region.
And what, if anything, did he tell you about the amount of time that he had not been in contact with her?
I asked him very specifically when was the last time he spoke to his wife. He said, I noted that it was the 4th of January, and the last time he'd seen his wife was on the 1st. So it was.
That's a very cheap. It was less than $5, doesn't it? I think it paid less than $5. No, I forgot what it paid for that. I know I paid half price. But thank you. It's perfect, right? I agree, Jenny. Thank you for the compliment.
3 days, is that normal? He indicated it was not atypical for them to not speak for several days, but he was now calling work to find out where she was.
And what, if anything, was discussed about the work emergency?
Again, that was coming from Mr. Walshe. He indicated it was a work emergency. He was non-specific. He didn't know the nature of it. I spoke to Mr. Walshe, said I was unaware of a work emergency that would necessitate bringing Anna back to DC. I said I would check, but I was unaware of any emergency at the residential properties in DC.
Did you check?
I did.
Did you discover a work emergency?
I did not.
What else did you discuss during the course of that conversation?
I asked him how, if he believed his wife was headed to DC, how she got there. Did she fly? Did she take a train? How did she get to the airport or the train station?
And what did he say?
He was unaware. He indicated he did not know.
And what else did you talk about during that conversation?
I asked if he had any mechanism, like most of us have, to find your family in the event of emergency, find my iPhone. I said, do you use that technology with your wife? He said, no, I do not.
What else did you discuss?
I discussed that it was imperative that it was, again, now the 4th. He tells me the last time he saw his wife is on the 1st. it was imperative that he reach out to local law enforcement. I asked him, had he done that? And he said, no, not yet. I told him that he must. I advised him that he should, as soon as we hang up the phone, call his local law enforcement. I asked him what department was the local department. He didn't know. I asked him where he lived. He said Cohasset. And I told him, I said, Mr. Walsh, as soon as we hang up, I'm going to call Cohasset Police Department and report your wife missing. I advise you to do the same.
And what did he say?
He said, I will.
Did you ask him what, if anything, he had done besides call work?
He indicated that he was going to call other family and friends.
Mr. Dunleavy, what name did you use when you spoke with him?
My given name, Hugh Dunleavy.
Do you use any nicknames currently?
Not professionally, no.
So what else did you do in hopes of finding Anna Walsh that day?
Very quickly, other than calling Cohasset Police Department, we did a health and welfare check of Anna's known D.C. residents. I contacted Washington, D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department, and I asked 2 officers to meet me there.
And that was that January 4th date?
That was later in the afternoon.
Okay. And so who did you go to the D.C. home with?
Teresa Marchese was already en route there. I advised Teresa not to go in yet, wait for law enforcement. I also took 2 engineers with me to the residence.
And why did you need 2 engineers with you?
With the assumption we knew we didn't have a key, although Teresa indicated she did have the garage code to the townhouse. The engineers were there in the event that we needed to access the interior of the house. They could drill the locks if necessary.
And who did those engineers work for?
They worked for Tishman Speyer.
And at some point, did you again speak to Mr. Walsh?
I did.
And where was that?
Outside of Anna's D.C. residence.
And how did that come about?
I texted Mr. Walsh, based, I believe, on the number that I got from Teresa, to have him call me.
And how was his demeanor when you spoke?
Very calm, very cooperative.
And why did you want to speak with him?
I needed consent for the officers to go inside the residence to do that health and welfare.
And so who did Mr. Walsh speak with?
I told them that MPD police officers were with me. I handed my phone to the officers. The officers engaged Mr. Walsh directly, and I'm assuming he gave verbal consent to getting it.
And when you say MPD, can you just define that?
Sure, my apologies. Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, MPD.
Thank you. And after the conversation with Mr. Walsh, what next happened?
We gained access. So a cursory search of the outside of the townhouse indicated no forced entry. They gained access through the garage with the garage code that was provided. The interior garage door was locked.
And then what happened?
They asked the engineers to drill the lock to allow MPD into the residence.
And did that happen?
They did.
And what did the police then do?
I'm sorry, say again?
What did the police then do, sir?
They went into the residence by themselves.
Okay. And where were you?
Myself, Teresa, and the engineers remained outside the residence.
And how long were the police inside?
Not long, I would say 15 minutes approximately.
And did you watch the police come outside?
I did.
And who did the police return outside with?
No one, by themselves.
Did you see Anna Walsh?
I did not.
Did anyone seek assistance that day?
No.
So after the initial text and phone conversation to get into the house, did you have any other communication with Mr. Walsh?
Later in the day, sometime around 5 p.m., he texted me asking if I had found Anna's car.
And was Anna's car at the townhouse?
It was not.
Did you begin an investigation into the location of the car?
I did.
And were you able to locate the car?
I was.
Where did you locate that car?
At DC Crossing, Southeast DC.
And how did you find the car?
We asked the property management staff there to go down to the garage. They were able to locate the vehicle in the garage. We also pulled video evidence of her entering the garage.
And in your capacity, were you able to review that in terms of her being there on a certain date?
I was.
And what date was that?
On about the 30th of December.
Do you remember a time for that generally?
I don't know. It was dark. I don't remember the time.
Okay. In your capacity as Director of Security, are you aware of how employees of Tishman Speyer gain access to your buildings?
I am.
And how do they?
Standard access control technologies, whether that's a proximity card or an access device that's on your phone, those access records are date stamped, time date stamped.
And how is that data maintained?
Electronically.
And when is that maintained?
Usually locally on a server at whatever property that these access control records are maintained.
And is that maintained in real time?
It is.
And when was the last time that Anna used her access to a Tishman Speyer building?
On or about the 30th of December.
And in your capacity as Director of Security, are you aware of emails, phones, and corporate credit cards issued to employees of Tishman Speyer?
I am.
And are Tishman Speyer employees routinely issued email accounts?
They are.
And what email does your company use?
The domain name is @tishmanspire.com.
And was Anna provided an email?
She was.
And how is that data maintained?
Electronically.
And did you determine the last time that she used her work email?
I did.
And when was that? For a non-recurring account, for a non-recurring email?
On or about, again, the 30th of December.
Okay. And was Anna issued a work laptop for Tishman Speyer?
She was, yes.
And what type of work laptop generally was she issued?
We are generally issued a Microsoft-type laptop, not a personal, not a tower, but a laptop.
A laptop. And you said Microsoft, meaning not an Apple product?
No, generally not Apple products or issues.
Okay. And did Anna have a corporate phone?
She did.
Are certain Tishman Speyer employees provided corporate credit cards?
They are.
And was Anna Walshe provided a corporate credit card?
She was actually provided 2
Through what?
through American Express.
And did you determine the last time that she used her corporate credit card for a non-recurring charge?
Non-recurring is again on or about the 30th of December.
Of 2022?
That's correct.
And would you know or be notified if Anna used email or her American Express corporate card?
As part of that investigation, I contacted our IT staff and asked them to notify me in the event that she logged in, used the credit card, tried to communicate it all on our work networks.
And did you keep her car in the DC Crossing building for some time?
Her car was maintained there for some time, yes.
Okay. And what was done with her license plate?
Ultimately, when the car was recovered, we recovered everything, the entire contents of the vehicle, to include the license plates. They were maintained, stored in boxes in our offices until they were released to law enforcement.
Mr. Dunleavy, have you seen Anna Walshe since you began looking for her on January 4th of 2023?
I have not.
I might have one moment, Your Honor.
You may.
Thank you.
Ross?
No question.
You may step down, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
That's it? That was quick. Not important.
The Commonwealth may call its next witness.
Thank you. The Commonwealth would call Patricia Patterson.
Do you solemnly affirm the testimony you'll give in the cause now in hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. You can be seated.
Okay.
And you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you just please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Sure. Patricia Patterson, Patterson.
And where are you employed, ma'am?
Walgreens,
And which store is that?
the one in Cohasset,
And where is that located?
Cohasset, Massachusetts.
What's the address?
Oh, 767 Chief Justice Cushing Highway.
Thank you. And how long have you worked there?
24 years.
And what is your role at the Walgreens in Cohasset?
I'm a shift lead.
And what was your role in January of 2023?
Shift lead.
And what are your responsibilities as the shift lead?
Run the store, open, close.
And do you have responsibilities in terms of surveillance systems?
Yes.
Thank you. Maybe if you could just push the microphone a little bit closer. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you. So does Walgreens have a surveillance system at store 118 in Cohasset?
Yes.
And did they in January of
Yo, is she a transsexual? I thought she was a trainee.
2023?
Yes.
And does Walgreens maintain its surveillance video in good faith?
Yes.
And does it do so in the normal course of business?
Yes.
And what is the purpose of the cameras at your store?
They're for surveillance to watch people come in and out and make sure nobody steals and
And do the cameras at your store record in real time?
yes.
And where were the cameras in your store located?
There's one at the front door. There's one facing the front registers. and there's one down near the pharmacy.
And where is the footage stored?
Through a locked door in a locked cabinet.
And who has the code and the keys for all of that?
My boss.
And does the shift lead also have access to that area?
Yes.
And did you allow law enforcement access to your surveillance system on January 7th of 2023?
Yes.
And have you reviewed the footage that you allowed law enforcement to access?
Yes.
And did you recognize that footage?
Yes.
And did you also recognize the sales associate in the footage as well?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
I'm showing you a thumb drive. Do you recognize that thumb drive?
Yes.
And I'd ask that you to look at it.
Yep.
I'm going to turn it around.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you recognize on this, ma'am?
That I signed it.
And do you recognize this to be your signature of the thumb drive that you viewed?
Yes.
I'd ask that this be the next exhibit.
No objection. It's marked and admitted into evidence as Exhibit 192.
Your Honor, I'd ask that we now play this for the jury.
192 can be
shit.
published.
Let's go. Show me something good. Video. What's he buying? Guys, smash that like button if you can. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I had a long day.
Ms. Gilman, I ask you just to stop right there. And Ms. Patterson, I ask if you could just tell me the date and the time on the top.
It is January 1st, 2023 at 15:40.12.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Gilman. Ms. Patterson, does Walgreens also have receipts?
Yes.
Are receipts provided for customers and also maintained in the normal course of business?
Yes.
Does Walgreens provide receipts
you
and keep
have.
them in good faith, not altering them?
Yes.
And when is a receipt created?
Once you make the payment, the receipt comes out.
Thank you. Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
Patterson, do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And what is this?
This is the receipt from the day that Mr. Walsh came into the store.
Your Honor, I ask that this be the next exhibit.
No objection. The receipt from 1/1/23 is in evidence from Walgreens as 193. You may.
Ms. Patterson, what is this receipt for?
It is for anti-itch Band-Aids and Walgreens Max triple antibiotic cream.
And what is the date of the receipt?
1/1/2023 at 3:39 p.m.
And how much is the transaction for?
2102.
And how were the items paid for?
A Visa.
Thank you. And who was the cashier?
Donna.
And was that the woman who was in the video?
Yes.
And who is the operator?
Me, Patty.
And what does that mean?
It means that I printed the receipt.
Thank you very much.
Any cross? The witness may step down. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's creepy. What day was that? That was on Labor. That was that was New Year's Eve, right? New Year's Day. I mean, you see. Yeah, the 1st, January 1st, 3:39 p.m. He buying Band-Aids, right? Band-Aid and anti-itch. Walshe Max Triple Antibiotic Pain Ointment. The fuck? Wow.
Means that I printed the receipt.
Any cross?
I don't know how you do that.
Commonwealth may call its next witness.
Commonwealth will call Joseph Caesars.
Crazy.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in the cause now in hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, sir. You can proceed.
This way, sir.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, could you state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Joseph Caesars, C-E-S-A-R-Z.
And where do you work, sir?
I work at Vin and Liquors in Swampscott, Massachusetts.
How long have you worked at Vin and Liquors?
About 20 years.
And what do you do at Vin and Liquors?
I'm store manager.
And where is Vin and Liquors located in Swampscott, Mass?
It's on Paradise Road or Route 1A, right next to Whole Foods.
And you say right next to Whole Foods. What does it have as far as a parking lot connecting?
Uh-oh.
Everybody up?
Lost our signal.
Just looking at the technology portion.
Hold on one second.
Technology. Technology.
I suppose that's what happens when you're in a building that is this age. We need to be a little bit more sympathetic to her age. So we're not back up on the ability to show exhibits. Is that the only thing that's impacted? FDR is running. Sure. And you can get up and move about if you wish.
Fast forward. That's what's good about watching recorded stuff. You can fast forward and avoid problems.
Our is going, our computers are going. What's not going is the screen. So I prefer to just keep on keeping on. And that means that if we have to hand pass, earlier I mentioned to you, or I suggested to one of the lawyers, I don't recall who.
So have to Whole Foods.
It shares the entrance and exit.
Now, are you familiar with Brian Walsh?
Yes, he was a fairly regular customer of ours.
Do you see him here today?
I do, yep.
Could you identify him for the court, identifying a piece of art by an article of clothing he might be wearing?
He's wearing a blue suit.
And could you just point to him, sir?
He's right there.
Your Honor, if the record may reflect, the witness has identified the defendant.
The record will so reflect.
How many times have you met Mr. Walsh?
Dozens. He's would come to the store fairly frequently on the weekends.
And when he would come in, would you have any conversations with him?
Yeah, he would kind of hang out and kind of talk with the different managers, and we would all kind of know him. He would spend a little bit more time than a regular customer. He would just kind of hang out.
Okay.
He didn't really have anything else to do.
Now, I think we're about to cross the bridge, but I'm going to start trying. Sir, what does your store have as far as surveillance videos for the exterior of it?
We have extensive surveillance of cameras on all corners. We have cameras on the loading dock, dumpsters, entrance, and then inside. We have about 40 cameras total.
Now, sir, these cameras, what are they? Are they film or electric, or are they like digital? Are they downloading anything? Where does
Digital. They're downloaded to a server.
Okay, and who has access to the server?
Just myself and the owner.
And I take it that it's downloading to the server immediately as soon as it's recording?
Correct.
And, sir, these videos, are they maintained in the normal course of business?
Yes.
And are they maintained in good faith?
Yes.
Did you have the opportunity to produce videos to law enforcement in this matter?
I did.
And have you reviewed them before coming in here today?
Yes.
Had they been altered in any way?
No.
Your Honor, I apologize. Can I put the witness?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Sir, do you recognize this drive I'm handing you?
Yes,
Is that a drive that you reviewed with videos from Bin and Liquors?
it is.
And looking at the backside of the tag, are those your initials on it?
Yes.
The Commonwealth will seek to have the drive of the video marked as the next exhibit from Vin and Liquors.
Any objection?
Okay.
It's a thumb drive, yes?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Drive from Vin and Liquors footage is now in evidence as 194.
Your Honor, with the court's permission and with hopefully a working television, could we publish these videos?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Ms. Gilman, I'm asking you to publish what's labeled as Video Channel 52. Pause, if I may, Ms. Gilman. Sir, where is this in relation to your store?
This is the front of the store, the parking lot.
Okay.
So, yeah, right in the front of the store.
Ms. Gilman, if you could continue to play.
Baby. What is he doing? What time is this? What day is this? I'm cold. I put the heater on. Cold. It's getting cold up here. Why no timestamp? I don't know. Why is there no timestamp? You're right. No timestamp. I guess there wasn't one there. They couldn't provide one. Cheap camera.
Ms. Gilman, can we have, and sir, before we play the next video, on the screen, when you look towards the right-hand side, where does that take you as far as the store?
To the dumpster and the loading dock.
Okay. Ms. Gilman, can we have what's been marked as channel 34 at 2 minutes and 15 seconds into that video? And if you could.
He's dropping off. I think I busted. Caught.
Ms. Gilman, I apologize, but could we have where it says on the media player 2 minutes and 15 seconds?
Hey, come on, man. Fast forward it. Let's go.
Thank you, Ms. Gilman. Sir, what area is this of your store?
That's a loading dock, dumpster area to the right of the building.
And Ms. Gilman, can we see the file names for these two files? So, sir, on these file numbers, what is the significance of the 2003?
That's a year.
And after 0101, what is that?
That would be the date of New Year's Day.
New Year's Day?
Yep.
And then after that, 171244, what's the significance of that?
The time, so yeah, that'll be the time.
And is that military time?
It is.
So would that be 5:12 p.m.?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Gilman. Now, sir, on these videos for New Year's Day, your store, is it open on New Year's Day?
No, it's not.
In fact, are any liquor stores in Massachusetts open on New Year's Day?
I don't believe so.
Now, sir, when was your dumpster emptied after New Year's Day, if you know?
Not really sure. Probably the following Monday or Tuesday. So beginning of the week.
Beginning of the week? And did you recognize anyone in that video?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you recognize anyone in those videos?
Yes, Brian.
And sir, you don't have any footage of Mr. Walsh inside your store from January 1st, is that correct?
No, we're closed.
Nothing further wrong.
Cross. The witness may step down. Thank you.
That's quick.
The Commonwealth may call its next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Commonwealth will call Cade Reed.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in the cause now and hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
This way.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, could you state your name and spell your first name and last name for the record?
Yeah, it is Cade Reed, Cadereed.
Where do you work, sir?
I work at Lowe's Home Improvement.
What is your role at Lowe's Home Improvement?
I am the District Asset Protection Manager.
And can you tell us what the responsibilities you have as being the District Asset Protection Manager?
Yeah, overall, I'm in charge of supporting the stores in terms of shrink, as well as mitigating any theft or losses, as well as ensuring that compliance and safety standards are upheld.
And do you have a geographic area that you cover?
Yeah, I cover from as north as Lowell, Massachusetts, all the way down to Abington, Massachusetts.
And how long have you been with Lowe's?
I've been with them for 4 years.
And with that time, have you always been the District Asset Protection Manager?
Yes.
Now, with Lowe's, did you have the opportunity to review surveillance video from their Danvers store on January 1st, 2023?
Yes.
Now, what does the Danvers store have as far as surveillance video cameras?
Yeah, so we have cameras on the outside of the property, inside of the property, as well as different sort of cameras when it comes to the fixed, which is 24 hours, 7 days a week, pointing down. And then we have pan tilt zoom cameras, which have, they're called PTZ cameras, and they can actually, zoom into something, pan it, tilt, I can move it whenever I want live.
And sir, do these record in film or is it digital?
It's digital.
And so where does that information go to?
It's into an external hard drive, so I can pull from a variety of different days and hours.
And does anyone else have access to the hard drive?
Yes.
Who else would have access?
Any of my peers, as well as my associates.
And this information from the Lowe's, these digital information from the Lowe's and Danvers, is it kept in the normal course of business?
Yes.
And kept in good faith?
Yes.
And you're aware that Lowe's produced videos from January 1st of their Danvers store to law enforcement?
Yes.
Have you had a chance to review a composite of those, or a collection of those videos together from the Lowe's and Danvers for January 1st?
Yes.
Have they been altered in any way other than putting different snips together in one seamless video?
No.
And sir, have you had a chance to review a hard drive with these videos this morning?
Yes.
And again, these videos, they do not appear to be altered in any way.
No.
Also, before I enter this into evidence, did you have the opportunity to review a video from the Weymouth Lowe's as well?
Yes.
And Weymouth Lowe's, before I enter this into evidence, does it have surveillance video?
Yes.
Same situation, digital that records from external?
Yes.
And who else did you have access to it?
Yes.
Besides you, who else has access to it?
My associates as well as my peers.
And again, for Weymouth, that's the normal course of business?
Yes.
In a good faith?
Yes.
And in reviewing the video from Weymouth, is there any alteration or blurring?
Yes.
Is it of just a child?
Yes.
Other than that, has been altered?
No.
The Commonwealth proceeds to have the two videos from Lowe's, because the next exhibit, which is on thumb drive.
Any objection?
No objection.
The thumb drive of the Lowe's videos from Danvers and Weymouth is now in evidence as Exhibit 195.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, may the Commonwealth play the video from January 1st, the Lowe's and Danvers, from Exhibit 195.
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Gilman, I'm going to ask if you can pause. I'm going to ask the witness a few questions. Sir, where is this in relation to the Lowe's and Danvers?
This is in the parking lot, the front parking lot.
And in the bottom, it says Park Lot Cam 1. What's that significant of?
Yeah, so there's 4 different cameras that are in our parking lot. They're each pointed in a different way, so this would just be the first one pointing in that direction.
And I see a date and time there. For these cameras, have you determined if the date and time are accurate?
Yes.
Ms. Gilman, if you could press play.
I want to see some. Come on, show me something. I want to show someone. I wish they would show somebody to see something. Come on, man. I want to see some action. I want to see some murder and death. Can I buy some chemicals now?
Pause.
Chemical time?
Sir, where is this in the store in Lowe's?
Yeah, so this is our main aisle, aisle 1.
Play, Ms. Gilman. Thank you.
Aisle 1. Got an hour left, guys. 1 o'clock in the morning. Got 1 more hour. Sorry. Yep. Purchasing things you Google. Exactly. All the tools, right? All those stuff that we saw on the couch, in the picture. I mean. What day is this? I wish I had a date on it. How come they don't have a timestamp on there, like the date and time? What is he? What aisle is he in? What is he buying? And he's wearing gloves. Wow. That's the only camera in the store? Oh,
Pause, Ms. Gilman. Sir, where is this in the Lowe's and Danvers?
This is at the front end in the self-checkout area.
If you could press play, Ms. Gilman. Thank you.
Those are his buckets? 5 buckets? 1, 2, 3. He's finding 5 buckets? Wow. Dude. Yo, mop? A mop? Wow. Was that a squeegee? Was that a squeegee? Wow. Yeah, I'm looking closely. Is that a squeegee? Scissors. What is that? What are those bags? I don't know what those bags are right there. What is that? Oh my God. Now look at the body. Look at the buckets for the body. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Wow. What is that blue thing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that thing. This is insane. Wow, garbage bags. I don't know what that is. Look. The buckets for the body parts. All the body parts are in there.
Pause, Ms. Gilman.
Wow.
Thank you. Sir, what angle are we looking at here?
Wow.
This is the angle from the actual
Oh my
the self-checkout
God.
register itself.
Holy shit. Bro. He just purchased everything you need for getting rid of a dead body. All those body parts are going in those buckets. And he probably buried, and I'm sure those buckets are underground in the water somewhere. Have to be in the underground somewhere or underground in water somewhere. Holy shit. That is guilty, Doc.
So the camera in front of it.
So the self-checkout registers have cameras pointing out towards the customers as well?
Yes.
If you could press play, Ms. Gilman, thank you.
Crazy. That's insane.
Pause. Thank you.
That's insane.
Sir, what is this angle we're looking at?
This is our main exit.
Thank you, Ms. Gilman. If you press play.
Wow.
And Ms. Gilman, I'm going to ask if you pause one more time. Sir, now where are we looking at when the camera says?
What is it? January 1st. Damn. And it's January 1st. New Year's Day. New Year's Day, you killed your wife. I thought she wasn't even coming home. I thought she was going to be away. I thought she was away for New Year's Day. I didn't even know she was going to be home. 6:06 p.m., I guess. I don't know what that is. I guess it's 6:06 p.m. 7 p.m. Oh, 6:06. Wow.
6:06:55.
This is the parking lot at 6:06:55.
And is this PM or AM?
This is PM.
PM, okay.
You can press play, Ms. Gilman.
Wow.
Thank you.
6:06 p.m. It's 6:06 p.m. on New Year's Day. New Year's Day. What a prick. You fucking prick. You had to kill your wife on New Year's Day. What a prick, man. What a fucking prick. Wow. You die on New Year's Eve. What a prick.
So, sir, does Lowe's maintain receipts for its sales?
Yes.
And does it do so in the normal course of business?
Yes.
And in good faith?
Yes.
And I assume the customer gets a copy of the receipt, correct?
Yes.
But does Lowe's maintain a copy digitally?
Yes.
And do you have access to that?
Yes.
And was one produced as a result of these videos to law enforcement?
Yes.
You may.
Thank you. Sir, do you recognize that document?
Yes.
Is that a receipt from, upside down, but now that it's right side up, is that a receipt from the Lowe's in Danvers?
Yes.
And it corresponds to the video that you just displayed for us?
Yes.
Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit in 96.
Any objection?
Incredible.
Lowe's receipt is now in
Incredible.
evidence, from Danvers is now in evidence as 196.
Fucked up. Fucked up. That was crazy, man. That was crazy to watch. That was crazy to watch, man. Wow.
You may.
Insane.
This is going, oh, thank you so much. You've already expanded it. So, sir, looking at the top, what does sales number mean?
This is where the actual sale took place, so I guess you could say it's the terminal.
Okay. And what's the significance of SFT lane 413?
Yeah, so that is our fast lane, or just another way that we can say self-checkout.
Okay. And transaction or trans number, what is that significant of?
It's the transaction number, so whatever number that receipt rang through.
And at the top right-hand corner, I take it that's the date.
Yes.
Ms. Gilman, can you scroll down to the bottom, please?
Incredible.
Now, at the bottom, what was the total for the sale?
$463.26.
Damn.
And how is the sale conducted, cash or
Low
charge?
bucket.
It was cash.
How much
$5
cash was
gallon.
presented?
$500.
And what is the time on the sale?
It is 6:05:45.
Ms. Gilman, if you could close out of that. Thank you. And now, Your Honor, the Commonwealth would seek to play the blurred video from Exhibit 195 of January 4th from Lowe's and Wayne.
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Another video?
Pause. Thank you. Sir, where is this in the Lowe's in Weymouth?
This is our main vestibule, our
And-
entrance.
What is VDS SRV1 1618 entry PVM mean?
Yeah. So VidSRV1 is the actual, it stands for video surveillance. So it is where our video was stored from, and it's our first terminal. 1618 is the store number, and the entry PVM is the camera for the entry PVM, or the entry.
And the date and time at the bottom, sir, what are those?
Yeah, it is January 4th, 2023 at 4:24:57 p.m.
January
And
4th.
sir, as far as
3
the
days
date
later.
and time for the Lowe's in Weymouth, is that accurate?
3
yes.
days later.
Ms. Gilman, could you press play?
I gotta pee. He brought his kid. Yo, he brought his kid this time. Yo, what the hell? Look at him. What a prick. What a scumbag. Wow. Incredible. How you doing, Ashley?
And pause, Ms. Gilman. So, sir, what view are we looking at here?
Hey, new garbage can. Yeah, you got a new garbage can.
This is the camera pointing from the self-checkout registers.
And at the bottom, SCO term 25, what does that mean?
Self-checkout terminal 25, so it's just the number that self-checkout terminal is at.
Ms. Gilman, if you could press play.
This guy's going to go to jail for life. He's done. He's done. I got to pee. I'll be right back. He's still in the store? Oh, my God.
Pause.
What are you buying, a garbage can?
Sir, where is this in the Lowe's in Weymouth?
This is our main exit.
Please press play, please. Ms. Gilman, thanks. No further questions for the witness, Your Honor.
Cross? Witness may step down, thank you.
Cross is like, no, no. Cross has nothing to ask. But they're
Come up, may
fucked.
call us next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Commonwealth will call Jamie Flint.
Wow. Wow.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in cause now and hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Be seated.
I'll buy the garbage pail from the guy. I like that chrome garbage pail. I have one myself.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you state your name and spell your last name, actually your first and last name for the record?
My name is Jamie Flint, Jami, Flint, FL.
I mean, all three. They had three sons, Maltese. You gotta feel sorry for all three sons. I feel bad too. That family is fucked over. That family is fucked. Those kids are fucked. Those kids are fucked. Fuck. I literally just fast forwarded your video. Fuck. All right. Where was I? Sorry, guys. Hold on. Where was I? Fuck. Where was I? I fucked up, guys.
We asked about the license plate. He
Who was the cashier?
Donna.
And was the normal course of business? Who was the
Where were we?
I know.
Now,
Videos from Danvers and Weymouth is now in evidence as Exhibit 195.
Where's that lady? I'm on a break. Oh, they're on a break. My bad. I didn't know they were on a break.
Gregory Dineen, Dinneen.
where do you work, sir?
For Ahold Delhaize USA.
What is Ahold Delhaize?
Ahold Delhaize is the parent company of Stop and Shop supermarket.
And do they have any other supermarket chains underneath their banners?
They do. They have Hannaford Supermarkets, the Giant Company, Food Lion.
And what is your role for Ahold Delhaize?
I'm an investigation specialist assigned to the New England division.
And how long have you been with them?
Approximately 25 years.
And as a result of your role there, do you have access to surveillance videos?
I do.
Now, your area, does it include, you said New England, Swampscott, Mass?
It does.
I'd like to ask some questions about the Stop and Shop in Swampscott. What does it have as far as surveillance video?
It has color cameras inside the building as well as exterior cameras.
And do they record to a server or they film or whatnot?
They record to DVR units within the store.
And do you have access to those?
I do.
Does anyone else get access to the recordings?
There are other individuals that have access. They're within the Asset Protection Department.
Okay. And sir, are you familiar with videos that was turned over by your company to law enforcement in January of 2023 from the Swampscott Stop and Shop?
I am.
Have you had a chance to review those before today to make sure?
They are.
In good faith, the Stop and Shop videos from January 1 of 2023.
Store 1123 is now in evidence as 199. Thank you.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, can Commonwealth publish these videos?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have the first video? I believe it's exterior. And if you could pause. Mr. Dineen, what are we looking at here?
This is the interior entrance vestibule of Stop and Shop in Swampscott.
And at the top, where there's a date and time, is the date and time on the Stop and Shop videos accurate?
They are accurate.
And in the bottom, there is prod entry and SS0015-01. What is that, sir?
So prod entry is referring to the side of the building. The front, there's two entrances to Stop and Shop. This is referring to the produce entry. And SS0015 is the location number. So Stop and Shop, store 15 is Swampscott, Massachusetts. And the 01 is unit 1. There are multiple DVR units in this location.
Ms. Gilman, if you could press play. Now, Ms. Gilman, can we have the second video? And Mr. Dineen, where are we looking at right now in the video?
Sure. This is the front of the store looking at self-scan register number 13.
And sir, the SS015-02, I understand that's the store code, but what does the 02 mean?
The 02 is referring to the DVR unit that it's recording on. So again, there's multiple DVR units in this location. The first one that we saw of the entryway was on 01. This one's on 02.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, if you could press play.
What's he buying? Anybody know what he's buying? Chemical? That woman is melted. That woman is melted. He melted that woman, man. You'll never find anything from her. She is literally gone. Gone. He hated her. He hated her. Crazy, man. Sad face filter. Case Bill, he has a sad face filter, right? That's his face all day long. Sad face filter. I like that. Oh, man.
Thank you, Ms. Gilman. If you close out of that, please. Thank you. Sir, does Stop and Shop in Swampscott create receipts for its sales?
They do.
And are those also kept in the normal course of business?
They are.
And in good faith?
They are.
And is it created at the point of time when the transaction occurs?
It is.
And did you have the opportunity to review a receipt that was produced for your company that corresponded to that transaction?
I did.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
Mr. Deneen, do you recognize the object I'm handing you?
I do.
Is that the receipt that your store produced that corresponds to the transaction from the Swampscott video?
It is.
The Commonwealth can seek to have this marked as an exhibit.
Any objection?
No objection.
The receipt for the transaction reflected in 199 is now in evidence as 200.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, may I publish the receipt?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Gilman? So, directing your attention to Exhibit 199 on the screen, sir, what is the store is 15, so that corresponds to Stop and Shop Swampscott?
That's correct.
Okay. And what does the cashier number mean?
Cashier is listing as 880013, which is a self-scan register cashier number.
And what does POS mean, sir?
POS is the register number, and again, the number 4 refers to self-scan.
And transaction number?
Is 148.
And, sir, would this, can we scroll down this, Gilman? Thank you. Excellent. Sir, what is the date and time on the receipt?
The date is January 1st, 2023 at 6:56 p.m.
And what was the total cost of the purchase?
The total cost with tax is $11.56.
And was it a cash or was it a credit card?
It was a cash transaction.
I have no further questions for the witness, Your Honor.
Any cross? Witness may step down.
Thank you.
Sir. The Commonwealth may call its next witness.
The Commonwealth would call Matthew Sheehan.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in the cause now and hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You can be seated.
Just watch that.
The 50? Right, so is it correct that the parties have pre-agreed to those exhibits? All right, so there's a group of exhibits that are going to come in, jurors, through this witness. The court reporter tells me those are 201 to 250 as they come in and that they've been agreed to by both parties. As they come in, ADA, as you'll identify them for the record.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There it is, guys.
Trying not to drop them all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Matthew Sheehan, Sheehan.
And where do you work, sir?
At the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab.
And what is your role there?
I am a forensic scientist 3 in the crime scene response and criminalistics units.
And how long have you been with the crime lab?
Just over 12 years.
And where did you go to school, sir?
The University of New Haven.
And what degree do you have?
I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in forensic science with a concentration in chemistry.
And can you detail your history at the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab?
I was originally hired in September of 2013 as a forensic scientist 1, which is mainly a training position. The following year in 2014, I was promoted to an FS2, which is a full-time case working analyst. For a period of about 6 months in the year of 2022, I was acting crime scene supervisor. And following that, I was promoted to criminalistics supervisor in November of 2024.
And what's the difference between a criminalist and a crime scene, the criminalistics unit and the crime scene response unit?
The crime scene response unit is any work that is done outside of a lab at a particular crime scene, while a criminalist in the criminalistics unit will examine everything inside of a lab in a controlled setting.
And you are familiar with competency testing and proficiency testing, correct?
Yes,
And have you taken both of those types of tests?
I have.
And have you passed those tests?
Yes.
And have you ever testified before giving your opinion concerning evidence collection and forensic analysis of evidence?
Yes, I have.
Approximately how many times?
50 to 60 times.
Where did you respond on January 8th of 2023 at approximately 8:52 a.m.?
It was around 8:45 a.m.
8:45 a.m.
It was 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway in Cohasset.
And how many floors are in that home?
There's 3 floors, 2 livable, an attic, as well as a basement.
And what was your role at that home?
Now, I was assigned to the crime scene response unit, so I was dedicated to looking for and testing for biological material.
So let's talk about that. What is biological material? What kinds of things are you looking for?
In this particular case, I was looking for blood.
Are you looking for anything else, any other kinds of material while you're at that home?
It could be physical evidence as well as various types of trace materials if needed.
What is trace material?
Trace materials, it can be considered paint, glass, hairs, and fibers.
So where did you begin your work that day?
I began work in the kitchen area on the first floor.
And just generally, how do you determine what you're looking for?
I will speak with the detectives on scene to get a general guideline of what type of investigation this is. Following that, I will make a general test plan for the scene that I am at before testing.
So what were your observations of the kitchen area?
It was clean overall. When looking through the kitchen, we did find a couple bottles of hydrogen peroxide as well as a knife in a kitchen cabinet above the refrigerator.
Okay. At this point, I would like to place into evidence what's already been marked as Exhibit 201, that being SLD 7597. And I would ask to publish that for the jury.
All right, and what is SLD 7597?
Exhibit 201, that being the area that he's discussing in the kitchen, the hydrogen peroxide.
Just a photo of that?
Yes.
All right.
Is this that area that you're talking about?
Yes, it is.
And I'd next ask to, you also described a knife, correct?
Yes.
I'd next ask to show Exhibit 202, that being SLD 7606, being a knife, Your Honor, previously marked as Exhibit 202, and to publish that for the jury.
You may.
And Mr. Sheehan, do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
And then more specifically, I'd like to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 203, SLD 7610, which is more specifically a knife. May I publish that for the jury, Your Honor?
You may.
Is that the knife you're referring to?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Mr. Sheehan, what kind of testing did you do?
I performed a screening test for blood on the blade of the knife.
And can you describe what the screening test for blood is?
The screening test is a 2-step color test where a small portion of question sample is put onto a test swab. And after that, 2 chemicals are added to this test swab. If there's a bright pink color change, the test is positive. And if there's no color change or to something other than that pink color, the test is negative.
And what were the results?
The screening test for blood was positive on this blade.
And did you perform the screening test anyplace else?
Yes.
And where else did you perform that?
As on the hydrogen peroxide bottles as well as on the kitchen sink area.
And what were the results that you found for the kitchen sink and the hydrogen peroxide bottles?
On all of the bottles as well as the sink knobs, the sink basin, and the sink drain had all screened negative for blood.
And what can cause positive results besides human blood?
Various types of food materials such as vegetables as well as various types of legumes.
Did you test any other areas in the kitchen?
No,
Did you test inside of the dishwasher?
I did not.
Why did you not test inside the dishwasher?
The nature of a dishwasher is to sanitize anything that is inside with extreme temperature, chemicals, and water. I felt that it wasn't necessary to test on the inside due to those conditions.
Besides the areas that you've already discussed, what other areas did you test on the ground floor of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway?
There was also a half bathroom that I examined.
And what did you examine in the half bathroom?
There was a washing machine and a dryer, as well as a sink.
Okay. And what were your results?
Screening test for blood was negative on the interior of the dryer and washing machine, as well as on the sink knobs, the sink basin, and drain.
And did you test anything else on that floor?
No.
And then where did you go?
To the second floor bathrooms.
Okay. And did you also go into the bathroom, to the basement area?
I did.
Okay. And did you do testing in the basement area?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I want to move to the basement for a moment. I'd like to show what's been previously marked as Exhibit 34. May I publish that to the jury?
You may.
Thank you.
Wow.
Can you tell me what this is?
This is the door in the kitchen leading down to the basement.
And then I'd like to show what's been previously marked as Exhibit 35. May I publish that to the jury?
You may.
Thank you. And what is this?
This is the stairwell leading to the basement.
May I publish Exhibit 36, please?
Yes.
And can you tell me what this is?
So if you were standing at the bottom of the stairs looking back up towards the kitchen, this area would be to the left.
And may I publish Exhibit 37, please?
Yes.
And what is this area?
The same if you were to stand at the bottom of the stairs looking towards the kitchen, this area is to the right.
I'd next like to show what's now being marked as Exhibit 204, Exhibit 7, SLD 7476, which is a blank area in the basement. May I publish that, Your Honor?
You may.
Can you please tell me about this area?
This area was in the back right corner of the basement if you were to, again, stand at the bottom of the stairs. In this area, there were several stains that I observed for testing.
And do you
is that?
recognize those white marks on the floor?
Oh, my God.
Yes, I do.
And why do you recognize those?
That is small pieces of scale tape that I had put down next to the stains that I wanted to test.
And did you label those?
Yes, I did.
Ms. Gilman, can I ask that you focus in on those, please? And can you tell me, Mr. Sheehan, what those are?
These are stains B, C, D, and E. Stain A is upwards and to the right. These are purple stains that I observed for testing.
From what?
Thank
What is
you.
it? Blood? Fuck, man. It's disgusting.
I'd now like to go to
Wow.
the next exhibit,
What is that? Is that blood from her?
which has been previously marked as Exhibit 205.
Is that her blood, guys? I'm confused.
SLD 7479, which is the ceiling of the basement.
Damn.
May I publish that, Your Honor?
You may.
Can you tell me about this, Mr. Sheehan?
This is the area of ceiling directly above that small area in the basement.
So what type of testing did you do on the areas that were A through G, the testing that you had shown us through the markers?
On stains A through E, I did the screening tests that I talked about earlier, and all of those results on A through E were positive for blood.
This, Wait, what?
And that was the same kind of screen.
Wait, what?
A through E, I did the screening tests that I talked about earlier, and all of those results on A through E were positive for blood.
Oh, my God. Holy shit. A through E were all positive for blood. Holy shit. Wow. That's incredible.
That was the same kind of screening test that you described previously to us?
Yes.
I'd now like to show what's been marked as Exhibit 206, SLD 2482. This is Exhibit A. May this be published?
Yes.
Do you recognize this?
Yes, this is stain A.
And this is something you previously explained to us.
Yes.
And was this one of the areas that you tested?
Yes.
And was this positive?
Yes, it was.
And was this done, how did you learn that this was positive?
By doing the screening test.
Oh, my God. You should have just painted the floor. I would have painted the floor.
I'd next like to go to Exhibit 207, that being 7487, this being closer up of the purple stains. I'd ask that this be published.
You may.
Thank you. Do you recognize this, Mr. Sheehan?
Yes, I do.
And if I could ask you to zoom in, Ms. Gilman. And can you tell me what you see in B?
Stain B is the purple staining that I observed for testing.
Thank you. Could you go to C, Ms. Gilman? And can you tell me what you see there?
This is stain C for testing.
Thank you. If you could go to D, Ms. Gilman? And can you tell me what you see there?
This is stain D.
And could you go to E, Ms. Gilman? And Mr. Sheehan, could you tell me what you see there, please?
And this is stain E.
Thank you. If we could now go to what's been marked as Exhibit 208, 7536. And I'd ask, and this is the stair, I'd ask that this be published for the jury.
You may.
Thank you. Can you tell me what this is specifically?
This is the bottom step in the basement. The bottom step was broken.
And specifically, what do you see with your writing on it?
On the right side of the broken piece of stairs, there was an additional purple stain. I labeled it as stain F.
And if you could zoom in on that, Ms. Gilman? And is that what you're referring to, Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, I'd ask that you now show Exhibit 38. And Mr. Sheehan, what is Exhibit 38?
This is their stairwell leading to the kitchen with a support beam directly below it.
Below it or behind it?
Behind it.
Okay. And that support beam is significant, isn't that right?
Yes.
And why is that support beam significant?
There was an additional stain, as I labeled it as stain G, that was on the base of the support beam.
Your Honor, I'd next ask that we publish Exhibit 209, which has been previously marked, and it's 7556, and that is stain G.
You may publish it.
Thank you. And what is this?
This is a close-up of stain G.
And so I want to be clear. What type of testing did you do for A through G?
The screening test for the presence of blood.
And what results did you get in A through G?
In A through G, all stains had screened positive for blood.
And how did you identify those stains?
Visually.
And when you say visually, what color were they?
All of these stains were purple in color.
And why were they purple?
The crime scene services section during the scene exam was using a chemical called LCV, and this chemical leaves behind a purple residue and is known to turn potential blood stains to the color of purple.
And when had crime scene services used that chemical?
Earlier in the day during the scene exam.
Was that before you began to go into the basement and do your testing?
It was at the same time.
Okay. So were you there when that was happening?
Yes.
And why is LCV used?
The crime scene services section uses it for their scene examinations.
And how does LCV impact your testing?
At the scene, LCV does not have an impact. However, in the lab, it is known to hinder the confirmatory test for blood.
What does that mean?
The confirmatory test is done as a second test on stains in areas that had screened positive for blood. As a result, we can confirm the presence of blood, and this LCV chemical is known to, even on positive samples, give a negative result.
So how do you compensate for that in the lab?
In the lab, even if a stain has tested negative for blood, a sample would still be prepared for DNA testing.
So what do you do with a stain once it has screened positive for blood?
The stain itself would be transferred onto a set of swabs for collection and transported to the lab for analysis.
And how is that done? What is a swab?
The swabs are very similar to almost like a Q-tip on a wooden stick, and each sample is packaged in its own manila envelope and then stored in its own container.
So give me a second, you okay?
Yep.
Leaving the basement, can you please describe the second floor of the home?
In the second floor, I examined the 2 bathrooms, which included a master bathroom from one side of the house and a secondary bathroom to the left.
Okay. And what areas did you test on the second floor?
Both of the sinks as well as the showers. There was also a pair of black and blue cleaning squeegees.
Okay.
Oh,
So did you test
asleep.
the drains
Getting
and the
sleepy,
basins?
guys.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how did you do that testing?
The screening test was also the same one that stain noted with MSP placard number 8.
And what were your what kind of testing did you do?
The screening test for blood.
And what were your results?
On these stains, I labeled them as stains H and I, as well as MSP placard number 8 were all negative.
And H and I were the windows.
Yes.
Okay. And did you go back to the room later?
Later on, yes.
Oh, fuck, I cut this. Damn it. I hit the mouse by accident, guys. Sorry.
Did you go back after that was done to look at the room?
Yes.
Okay. And at this time, Your Honor, I would like to show Exhibit 211, which has been previously marked, floors.
Yes.
Steam services?
Yes.
Okay. And did you do further testing?
I did not.
Why not?
There was no visible staining for testing after the crime scene services section had done their exam.
Man, they took the whole floor out.
So while crime scene services worked on the
the whole
floor,
floor up. Look at
what
that.
did you
That's
do
crazy.
at that time?
I returned to the basement for a second exam.
Why did you return to the basement?
It's not often where I get to re-examine an area that I had already examined, so I wanted to go back to see if I had missed anything.
And what, if anything,
The lab. What's up, lab? How you doing? Good to see you, bro.
were you looking for?
Potential blood stains.
And where did you first go?
At the top of the stairs, looking down, I observed a red-brown stain that I had labeled as stain J on the wall of the stairwell directly into the doorway.
At this time, Your Honor, I'd ask to publish exhibit, which has been previously marked as 212. That would be 7793, that being stain J.
You may.
Do you recognize this?
Yes, this is the area of stain J.
Ms. Gilman, can you zoom in just a little bit, please? Thank you. And where is stain J?
Stain J is to the right of the scale. It is not visible in this photo.
Okay. And what did you do with the stain?
I did the screening test for the presence of blood.
And what were the results of the screening test?
The screening test was negative.
And then where did you go?
I continued down to the basement.
Wow, negative.
And where did you go in the basement?
I returned to an area of black trash bags as well as that back right section that I had examined the day before.
At this time, I would ask to publish Exhibit 213, 7797, the area that Mr. Sheehan just described with the black trash bags.
You may.
Do you recognize this area?
Yes, I do.
And what is this area that you're talking about?
This is an area in the basement that was a little to the left of the area that I examined the day before, towards the back wall.
And I would also ask to publish Exhibit 214, 7802, which is a close-up of that area.
You may.
Thank you. What is this area?
This is the stain identified as stain K.
And what testing did you do of stain K?
I did the screening test for the presence of blood.
And what was the results of that?
The result was positive.
And what did you then collect?
A sample using a set of swabs was collected from the stain.
Did you collect anything else from the home that day?
That day, no.
Thank you. So what did you do with the swabs that you collected from the house at 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway in Cohasset on January 8th and 9th of 2023?
I had brought these swabs back along with the knife from above the refrigerator back to the lab to be submitted.
For what?
For DNA analysis.
And what did you do with the swabs at the lab once you got there?
The swabs were submitted into our computer system called LIMS.
And were they given a number?
Yes.
And what's the lab number that they were given? And how do you keep your actual station clean? And may I publish that? So this was the knife that you just told us about, that
Yeah.
you, was Q-lim.
Yes.
Thank you.
Was what?
And now I'd ask to show
Q-lim?
Exhibit 216,
that?
image 1066, which is the swab K.
You may.
Thank you.
Okay. 2 swabs.
This is the swab that you described?
Yes.
Thank you. And then you said that it was positive, and I'd ask next to show Exhibit 217, image 1067, which is the positive test.
You may.
Thank you.
Positive test for
This
blood.
is that, for lack of a better term, like pregnancy test that you described to us earlier?
Correct.
And this is how you know if the test results are positive, is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
So
Yay, I'm pregnant.
when you're saying that this is indicating positive for human blood, why are you saying that it's indicating positive for human blood?
The test itself, while it does confirm the presence of blood, there are other types of animal blood that will give a positive result, which include ferret blood as well as various types of primates.
So why did you not do the screening test for the swab?
The screening test was done at the crime scene at the house during the original collection of the sample.
And so what did you do with this sample?
The sample was preserved for DNA testing and given item number 5-1.1.
And was this assigned for DNA testing?
Yes.
And what was item 7-9?
7-9 was a pair of tin snips. 7-9 was a pair of tin snips.
At this time, I would ask to publish Exhibit 218, image 1081, from the lab, the tin snips.
You may.
And Mr. Sheehan, you recognize these photos, correct?
Yes.
And why do you recognize these photos?
These are the photos that I took in the lab of the items. They have the case number, my initials, the item number, and the date I worked on them.
And what testing did you do?
There was no visible staining on the blades, so I did the screening tests for blood, and the on the blades was positive.
And why didn't you do the confirmatory testing?
There were no visible stains to do further testing.
So it's the same reason that you gave us before?
Yes, as a QLIM sample.
Thank you. And you said that this was positive for blood?
The blades had screened positive.
And what was done with this item?
A sample was preserved from the blades as well as from the handle.
And
Blades
what
and-
was 7-10?
7-10 was a hacksaw.
Any meat,
I
on-
would ask-
any meat or blood on that? There got to be some meat and blood on that. That's all.
To publish
Right.
Exhibit 219, image 1085.
Bodily flesh.
That's the image of the hacksaw.
I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor, it's the image of the hacksaw.
You may publish it.
And what test did you do on the hacksaw?
There were 3 areas that identified for potential testing on seemed like a tannish brown debris. The first one was on area A, which is on the blade at the end, on the opposite side from the handle. Area B was on the frame next to the handle, and area C was on the blade where it attaches to the frame adjacent to the handle.
And what testing for all of those areas?
I did the screening test for the presence of blood, followed by the confirmatory test for blood.
And what were the results on those 3 areas?
On all 3 areas, A, B, and C, the tests were positive, confirming the presence of blood.
What did you then do?
Samples were preserved from each individual area, A, B, and C, as well as from the handle.
What numbers were the samples given?
The sample that I had assigned for DNA testing was from stain C, which was 7-10.3.1, as well as a sample from the handle, which was 7-10.4.1.
I'd next like to talk about 7-11, the hammer. I'd like to show you Exhibit 2020 and publish it, that being image 1092, that being the hammer.
You may show that.
Mr. Sheehan, what test did you do on the hammer?
I did the screening test for blood on the hammerhead and face area.
What were the results?
Screening test for blood was positive on the hammer face.
And what did you do?
Samples were preserved from the hammer face as well as from the handle.
And why did you only do the screening test here?
There was no visible staining on the hammerhead.
So am I correct in assuming that when you only do the screening test and not the confirmatory test, it is always going to be for that same reason?
Yes,
Meaning I don't need to keep asking you the same question.
correct.
7-13, the blades and frame from the hatchet, that being exhibit 221, image 1099. Could we
Sorry, I'm falling asleep.
please publish that for the jury, Your Honor? What observations did you make of this hatchet?
There was no visible staining. However, on the hatchet head, I did note some sort of greasy and oil-like substance.
Why is that significant to you?
In my experience, whenever a cutting instrument is used on an individual, it can leave behind this greasy and oily substance, which is indicative of fatty tissues.
Overall.
What testing did you do?
I did the screening test for the presence of blood on the hatchet head.
What were the results?
The screening test was positive.
And then what did you do?
Sample was preserved from the hatchet head as well as from the handle. The hatchet head was given sample number 7-13.1, and from the handle was 7-13.2.1.
And were any of these assigned for DNA testing?
Yes.
Both of those?
Yes.
I'd next like to discuss 7-14, the Craftsman shears, and I'd be referring and asked to publish Exhibit 222, that being image 1103.
May.
What testing was done, Mr. Sheehan?
The screening test for blood on the blades and frame of the shears.
And what were the results?
The screening test was positive in this area.
And what was done?
The sample was preserved for potential DNA testing as well as a sample from the handle.
I'd next like to ask you about 7-18, the Tyvek booties. I'd like to refer and publish Exhibit 223, image 1223, and publish for the jury the Tyvek booties.
You may.
Booties.
Can you tell me what's in this picture?
This is a picture of one of the booties, a part of item number 7-18.
How many booties were there?
There were 4 in total.
Okay, and what else is in this picture?
It appears to be some sort of insulation as well as painter's tape.
And what does this picture show? Is it everything or just an example or something else?
Since this item was submitted as 4 booties, I took an individual picture of how they were packaged separately so that I could keep track of each individual one.
And is that why there's a number 2 at the bottom of that photo?
Yes.
And what did you do to this?
I performed the screening test for blood.
And what were the results?
All of the testing was negative.
Guys, I'm going to bed too. This guy talked for the rest of the stream. He talked for another hour and a half. The guy who's on right now, the cop, whatever he is, he talked for another hour and 37 minutes. Oh my God. So I'm gonna quit now. I'm quitting while I'm ahead. But I gotta go to work in the morning, guys. I'm sorry. Mucho trabajo mañana. Sí. Let's watch this video first with the rescued quicksand trap. Let me see this. What happened here?
National Park. Fox 13's Chris Reed has that story.
You probably ended up with an ingrained fear of walking along a trail like this and ending up in quicksand.
Quicksand was more of a folklore or a legend.
Austin Dirks is not a novice hiker.
I've hiked thousands of miles through the desert.
But not like the one he was hiking in Courthouse Walshe at Arches National Park on Sunday.
It was my left leg that went through first. I was able to pull it out, and then I shifted all my weight to my right foot, and I sunk up to the knee. But it felt like I had stepped into concrete, and then it hardened around my leg. I couldn't even move it a millimeter.
He was thinking hypothermia was set in.
It's cold at night, and to spend it in cold water for a long period of time, that that has serious consequences.
Scott Sully with Grand Canyon Search and Rescue says quicksand rescues are extremely rare. But he says what's not rare are all the times they have to go rescue hikers for any reason. There's one other quicksand rescue he knows of, a woman getting stuck for 13 hours in July 2014 on the same trail. For Dirks, it was a 2-hour ordeal stuck in a 45-degree angle he compares a bending forward in a ski boot. But he says he was prepared with a GPS satellite messenger that was able to reach authorities with his exact location. He says the time after that message was sent was the scariest until he saw that search and rescue drone. Sully says having a way for people to locate you is one way to prepare for quicksand and for any hiking emergency, as long as you don't panic and stay put.
We would really rather just, if you need to call 911, hit the SOS button on your satellite device if you have it, because that will tell us exactly where you're at.
Dirk says he's thankful for both his locator and his rescuers.
I realize that's the closest I've ever come to dying. I mean, I literally owe my life to them.
From St. George, Chris Reed, Fox 13 News, Utah.
And we are joined live now by that reporter, Chris Reed from Fox 13 in Utah. Thanks for being here.
A pleasure, Shannon.
So that was, at least, they were saying quicksand is something you really only see in cartoons. We don't hear a lot about people actually experiencing it in real life.
Quicksand.
Is this something you see a lot around your area in Utah?
Well, thankfully, and yes, you know, we all grew up with the cartoons of, it was like the main weapon for some people to use quicksand. But thankfully, it's not a common occurrence. This, in fact, was only the second time, probably in the last 5 or 6 years, in Arches specifically. But you will experience, I myself, covering a story in Zion National Park, stepped in quicksand. Now, in my case, it wasn't too deep. I was able to get my leg out of it right away. But the thing is, in the cartoons, it looks like literally sand, or the Princess Bride. They sink right down the sand. What it is in reality, it should be called quick mud, because it's almost like those non-Newtonian materials.
She was beautiful.
It looks more like
she was chasing her dreams.
A flat,
she was excited,
muddy, and you can see in the drone video that was taken by the search and rescue team that it's very deceiving. You might not even be able to see when you step upon it, and you know, it just dries out. So it's most of the time let somebody know where you're going to be and have a way for people to locate
where you are, have ways to communicate. The hiker in this case, in your story, was really experienced. So you're never too experienced to run into something. So always take those precautions.
Good night, Jimmy James. Good night, Polka Dot. Good night,
absolutely. And yeah, so don't think you're old just because you're experienced. In fact, pretty much every occurrence that we've heard about in the last few years has been in this experienced hiker. It's not something you can even necessarily see. It's just, but what it comes down to is, especially the search and rescue people always say, make sure that even in a case, you know, certainly in the Zion National Park, for example, there are places where you just can't get any phone signal but an SOS saying that you reached a satellite. So the best thing of all is let people know where you're hiking and how long you think it'll be. And basically, if you're overdue, you know, that's time for them to call somebody and let them know I haven't heard from so-and-so.
All right, thank you so much, Chris, for that input. We do need to cut you off. We see President Trump arriving, and now...
President Trump is arriving. Yay, he's here. The president is arriving, guys. Let's go. Oh, man. Let's do this, Brutus. Oh, man. I gotta go to the gym tomorrow. I haven't been to a gym. I gotta go to the gym tomorrow. Guys, run that shit. I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a nice day at work tomorrow, if you work. If you don't work, get a fucking job, motherfuckers. Get a job, bro. Come on. It's time. It's time to get a job. Yeah. Yeah. Bye, guys. Run that shit. You already know. Bye.
She was young. She was beautiful. She was chasing her dreams. She was excited. She was hopeful. She was in love. She wanted a partner. She wanted support. She wanted to be cherished. She trusted him. She was anxious. She was overwhelmed. She took responsibility. She was scared. She was manipulated. She was abused. She didn't deserve this ending. She didn't deserve the abuse. I will say her name. I will share her story. I will spread awareness. And I will use my voice because hers was silenced. Her life was stolen, but her legacy will live.
Yelling at the sky, screaming at the world. Baby, why'd you go away? I'm still your girl. Holding on too tight, head up in the clouds. Heaven only knows where you are now. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I hear our song. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Never got the chance to say your last goodbye. I gotta move on, but it hurts to try. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I hear our song. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I hear our song. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Her blonde hair fell around her like a halo. She was an upstate New York angel without wings. Her smile shone brighter than a morning sunrise. Her laughter put the songbird's voice to shame. When you see a butterfly over a weeping willow tree, or a rainbow, or a wildflower on a grassy mountain peak, she's home with Mother Nature, yes she is. In the heaven on this earth, that's where she lives. That's where she lives, that's where she lives. That's where she lives. That's where she lives.
Guys, for me, it's how nice you are for me. Oh my gosh, it's how much you make me laugh. It's how hard you always laugh for me. Okay, wait, go. It's you remember
children.